What's up, everybody? New week. Let's keep rolling. I've got 4 NBA trends that are active on today's games. I also have a league-wide angle to close the show. That's going to knock your socks off right there. Let's get right into it. And as always, guys, I start by saying please never make a bet based on any single trend. If you're using trends as part of your handicapping process, and if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you are, what I recommend you do is that you look at what you feel are the relevant trends for each game and then weigh those relevant trends out and see if they weigh out more heavily one way or the other. So for this first trend today, we are going to look at the Utah Jazz, and we're going back to last season when they were a home dog of between +2 and +6, and the total for the game is 234 or less. And we will hit the SDQL button, and you'll see that the Jazz are a perfect 7-0 straight up, despite being an average underdog of +3. 7-0 against the spread, covering the spread by nearly 10 points per game on average. You can see that this was active 2 days ago when the Jazz hosted the Pelicans, and they pulled the upset then. And it's active in the rematch tonight at about +5. So let's go to trend number 2. And guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell so that you are notified as soon as I drop a trend report on this channel. For this next trend, we're again going to go back to last season. This time we're going to look at the 76ers. We're going to look at them when they're at home in a non-conference game. So not capital C is non-conference. And it says line greater than or equal to -8. So basically that means that they are a favorite. And again, I have to think about this because it's actually reverse of what you're looking at here. So it says greater than or equal to -8. So it's actually less than. So it would be as long as they are. We're going to hit the SDQL button here now, and you'll see, look at the lines here. +1, -3.5. So even though this says greater than or equal to -8, what it actually means is as long as they are either, in other words, they're not a favorite of more than -8. So they're either an underdog, a pick 'em, or they're a favorite of -8 or lower. You can see that they are 10-1 straight up, 11-0 against the spread, covering by nearly 5.5 points per game on average, which is a little bit lower of a margin than I like. I usually like the margin to be better than 2 possessions, so better than 6 points. Don't quite have that here. However, 11-0, hard to ignore. And you can see that it's active tonight when the Sixers host the Lakers. So let's go to trend number 3. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate you hitting the thumbs up to like this video. For trend number 3, we're going to go back to November 25th of 2022. And we're looking at the Clippers when they're at home. The line is greater than -9. So basically, they're either an underdog, a pick 'em, or they're favored by less than -9. And game number less than 42 refers to the first half of the season. As you know, it's an 82-game season. So game number less than 42 means it falls within the first 41 games of the season or the first half of the season. And we'll hit the SDQL button and look at that over-under. No overs, 12 unders, 1 push. These games stayed under by an average of nearly 15 points per game. I love that margin. And you can see that it's active tonight when the Clippers host the Nuggets. You can see it's already been active a bunch of times this season from here on up. So it started with a push and now 4 straight unders. and the unders are under by 18, under by 11.5, under by 6. The last one went under by 42.5 points. Gotta love having money on the under in that game as you're cruising. So let's move to trend number 4. And guys, if you want me to look up any trends or situational angles for tonight's NBA games, drop them in the comments. I will get to them when I can. If you have any trends or angles that you found that are active for tonight's NBA games, drop those in the comments as well. We would all love to see them. For this next trend, we're going to look, and this is as simple as it gets. We're just going back to November 1st of this year, so it's all this season, and we're looking at the Pacers. The simpler these trends are, the more I like them. So basically, the Pacers since the beginning of November, 12 straight overs, 12 overs, no unders. The games went over by an average of basically 18 points per game. Gotta love that whopping margin. And if you look in the right-hand column here, none of those games went overtime. So that is a legit margin of 18 points per game over the total. And you can see that it is active tonight. Pacers hosting the Blazers. See if that streak hits 13. Now, before I get to the league-wide angle to close out the show, just a quick reminder to let you know we are having a fantastic NFL season at WagerTalk. In NFL this season at WagerTalk, I'm number 1 in profit, plus 38.3 units, plus 38.3% bankroll increase, however you want to look at it. Number 1 in ROI at 31.1%. Number 2 in win percentage at 68.8% on the season. So if you head over to dbbets.com, you're going to see a bunch of stuff going on over here. First of all, on the right-hand side, right at the top here, I have a play on tonight's Monday Night Football game, Bears at Vikings. You're not going to want to miss that play. If you scroll down a little further on the right side, you see there's some specials going on. There's a Black Friday 90-day all-access special going on right now. Basically, you're paying less than $47 a week for 90 days worth of action. It works out to $6.63 per day to get all of my plays in the NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball for an entire 90 days. No coupon needed. Just click the add to cart button and you can get that right there. Now let's get back to this league-wide trend to close out. It's not a trend, it's an angle. Some people call them systems. Everybody's got their own terminology for it. Technically, you can call it a league-wide trend, I guess, because it doesn't point to one team in particular. It's whatever team qualifies in these parameters. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to February 26th of 2021. We're going to look at road teams who basically what all this means right here is we're looking at our road teams that allowed 115 or more points in each of their last 5 games. So breaking this down, it says team sum. Well, what do we want the sum of? Well, we're looking for the sum of games where their opponent's points were greater than or equal to 115. And then after the comma, we have capital N equals 5. That means we're looking at the team's last 5 games overall. And we want the sum of the games out of those last 5 where the opponent scored 115 or more to equal 5, meaning all 5 games out of the last 5, they allowed 115 or more points. And their opponent allowed 125 or more points in their previous game. So this has a parameter for our road team, allowing 115 or more points in 5 straight, and their opponent allowed 125 or more points in their last game. And we'll hit the SDQL button, And you can see that these teams are an incredible 22-2 against the spread. 91.7% winners against the spread. Again, this is since February 26th of 2021. And you can see right here, it's active tonight on the Washington Wizards as they are a small road dog in Detroit against the Pistons. And that, guys, is going to do it for today's NBA Trend Report. Again, if you've got any trends or angles you want me to look up for tonight's NBA games, drop them in the comments. If you found any, drop them in the comments as well. Don't forget to head over to dbbets.com, grab tonight's Monday Night Football best bet, grab a longer-term NFL package, close out this season. If you've already missed out on the damage that we've done in the NFL this season, you can see the numbers right there on the screen. Don't miss out on any more. Get on board now. Grab the NFL to the end of the season package as well. There's also that 90-day special going on, just $6.63 a day to get everything in every sport for 90 days. You can grab that as well on my page at dbbets.com. And as always, guys, best of luck on all of your wagers today.